it's in the air already.
There are charts. A lot of people already know tunes, that type of thing. When it's originals, ideally you have the person you're playing the gig for provide you with music if they have it.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm going to ask you who starts the song. Who starts playing?
Usually, usually it's both of us or Matt starts. It's usually one of those two.
Okay, great.
Windmills and start.
Can my mic be muted in case
your
I
mic will be muted.
in case I have to cough?
Well, it'll
Maybe
be
I should
muted.
be in the other room.
Let you cough, but yes.
I guess I'll just waft it your way.
I'm shutting the door. I need a cough drop.
There's this town in
should I wait for you?
Indiana, Uranus.
What do you mean, wait for me?
This guy made a video that was.
Should I wait for you to get the cough drop?
Oh, no. We're ready to go.
Good. Okay, here we go, gentlemen. Have a great show. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Summer skies and lullaby.
Sorry, I screwed something up. So,
Oh, it's usually me that does that.
Yeah.
my turn this time.
Okay, well, I still have one in my pocket.
I'll give us
Alright.
a 2, 3, 4. Yeah, yeah, for this one. Yeah, so we just hit it together. Yeah.
Okay, this time for real. You're sounding good, looking good. In 3, 2, 1.
2, 3, 4.
Summer skies and lullabies. Can you hear the words I whisper in your ear? Summer skies and lullabies. Why don't you hear the words I want you to hear? Can you take me down the open road, a place that I have never been? I don't know what you're expecting of me, but take it, please. Take it from me. Summer skies and lullabies. You ask me questions that I have never known. A smile from you, I'm higher frowning. I'm left feeling all alone. Just take me up and don't you let me know.
Hi. So sorry. I just need to. Your vocal's a lot louder, but I'm gonna adjust it in here. It was just a lot louder than the sound check, so.
Okay.
Just trim you down a little bit.
Sure.
Cut me down to size. Am I singing too close to the mic?
Should he pull back from the mic a little bit?
No.
Cool.
Stay right where you are.
Stay right where you are.
So, yeah.
Cool. Sounds good.
I want you to become up the way you're doing it. 5, 4, 3, 2.
2, 3, 4.
Summer skies and lullabies. Can you hear the words I whisper in your ear? Summer skies and lullabies. Why don't you hear the words I want you to hear? Can you take me down the open road, place that I have never been. I don't know what you're expecting of me, but take it, please. Take it from me. Summer skies and lullabies, you ask me questions that I have never known. Lullabies. Can we take that again?
Can we take that one more time? Just give us the okay when we're ready.
Sorry about that.
Forgot some lyrics?
Yeah, no, I just ate them.
I ate the lyrics.
Looking good sounding.
Cool.
In 3, 2, 1.
2, 3, 4.
Summer skies and lullabies, can you hear the words a whisper in your ear? Summer skies and lullabies, why don't you hear the words I want you to hear? Can you take me down the open road, a place that I have never been? I don't know what you're expecting of me, but take it, please. Take it from me. Summer skies and lullabies, you ask me questions that I have never known. Summer skies and lullabies, and I'm left feeling all alone. Pick me up and then you set me down, and I don't know which way to turn. I don't know what you're expecting of me. When will you learn? You never wait your turn. Take me up, but baby, don't you let me down, 'cause I won't know which way to turn. You take me places that I have never been. When will you learn? You never wait your turn. Summer sky and lullaby in your eyes tonight. Summer skies and lullabies in your eyes tonight. Summer skies and lullabies in your eyes heading out from Texas on the midnight Santa Fe. You and me on a one-way track, heading for today. No planting, making it, not much to say. Headed for that train car, and we were on our way. We were off chasing windmills, reaching for the sky. We were off chasing windmills, just to see what we could find. Morning had broken, the train swayed side to side. No one could say just how far we'd ride. Snow drifts out the window, blue skies overhead. Every now and then I'll hear all the words we'd said. We went out chasing windmills, reaching for the sky. We were off chasing windmills, just to see what we could find. At some unknown station, for reasons I never guessed, you took all the dreams that drove you, and you took them, all the rest. I waved out the window, I vowed to carry on. I vowed to move forward, even though you were gone. Off chasing windmills, reach for the sky. I kept on chasing windmills, just to see what I could find. Now the days have come and gone, years have rushed on by. I have kept on carrying on, and I continue this ride. Rushing by, on and on. Here I am, I keep on carrying on. I keep on chasing windmills, reaching for the sky. I keep on chasing windmills, just to see what I could find. Just to see what I could find. Just to see what I could find. Just to see what I could find.
Got my dog ready.
I am driving and I wonder where I'll find you today. What part you gonna play? Nighttime filled with passion. Daylight, it fades away. I am not indestructible. Watch what you put me through. I am not indestructible. Neither is my love for you. I always take you at your word. What else should I do? Communication breakdown. Why is this so hard for you? I am not indestructible. Watch what you put me through. I am not indestructible. Neither is my love for you.
Keep it short.
I am not indestructible. There is more love for you. I am not indestructible. So watch what you put me through.
Was that 3 songs?
That was 3.
Okay, great.
I was holding that neck off for the last 2 minutes.
And Penelope enjoyed all of my lyrical miscues.
I'm sure she did.
Tell me when you're ready, or what? Count me in.
Okay, Ginger.
Yes.
In 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ginger Broderick, and I'm the host of the Ginger New York TV show. We are live here in New York City, M&N TV Studios on West 38th Street, our new studio, and we are relaunching our show. And we have a lot of great guests coming in, and one today, his name is Matt King from White Collar Crime, and he's brought in his musical director, Ian Ackerman. Thank you, Matt, for coming in.
Yeah, a pleasure to come back.
Ian, nice
Pleasure,
to meet
Ginger.
you. Great. White Collar Crime closed us out right before COVID, so it's really
Unknowingly, yeah.
so it's befitting for you to come in and open us up for our new season and our new studio. So
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Pleasure to be back.
Thank you.
Yes, I didn't meet you the first time around, but
No.
I met you now, and you're the music director. So, so my question is, are you the newest member of White Collar Crime?
I would say yes in the fundamental sense, but no in our musicians for sure. We've recently rebuilt the band, keeping some of the old members, some of the old timers,
Seniors.
Ancient guys, yeah.
old timers,
Elders.
and we just revamped it with a few new members to give Matt a little kick in the
Yeah.
butt, as they say.
We
Yeah.
brought in Max Yaski and Dave
Cantor.
Cantor and
Killer
drummer.
rhythm section.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we rebuilt the rhythm section, but we kept the soul of Dave Gelman, who's
Okay,
been a guest of yours,
And the punk of
Scott Warren,
Scott Warren,
who's been with
Dr. Scott
the
Warren.
great wizard.
Yes.
I saw the new band at Racket
Yeah,
when you were
you did.
performing a couple months ago.
Months ago.
November, we opened for a very popular New York band, the Damwells, Alex Deason, Steve Terry, Ted Hudson, and Dave Chernus. Dave Chernus he's magical on guitar. But yeah, it was a great night. It was great to see you there, and we sold the place out, and it was a good night. I have to say, it was really
It was a
good
really
time.
good one.
And you played all your new album.
That's right.
Correct?
Words I Never Said. We played most of that album, and we played a couple of older songs, and it was just a great time. We've been trying to schedule an album release, but things keep popping up that have been really great. We finished the album and released it in August, but before that, we'd already tracked it, we'd already mastered it. With Greg Calby, who Greg has done small things mastering, I don't know, Born to Run, Damn the Torpedoes, currently, things like McCartney, Adele, but we'd mastered it, and then John Platt invited us as emerging artists, 35 years into our career, for FUV at the bitter end every Tuesday night, and we wish John a speedy recovery from a stroke that he suffered a couple of weeks ago.
Wow.
And then we got invited to do this show because the Damwells only gather they're like cicadas. They gather every bunch of years. And so we're hoping we're going to do 4 new songs in the studio with Tim Hatfield, and then we're going to schedule some shows for when the weather's a lot warmer because it's too cold to play right now. So.
But people like me still go out.
That's right.
Still go out for them.
I wish there were like 10,000 more people like you. Just you're out there supporting it, and we love that.
Great.
So-
Well, congratulations on the new album.
Thank you.
And being the musical director. I mean, you have to wrangle in all these cats.
A lot of cats to wrangle, but we have some really good personnel to help with it.
Oh, good.
Tim does a wonderful job as well.
Tim Hatfield.
Tim Hatfield is a wonderful wrangler himself, and his ear makes it very easy to get the right pieces to
Okay.
plug and play for him.
Good for you.
Because we're all bending to him,
Yeah.
for sure.
So White Collar Crime's been around since 1989. Wonderful.
Yeah, it takes your breath away.
It's incredible.
10 years before me.
Oh, well, I have
I graduated college around that time.
I have to tell you that at Racket, did you hear the silent gasp when I said, "Well, we're celebrating our 35th year," and everyone went. I view that as just a little respect.
A little respect, yeah.
But yeah, we could do like 3 days worth of shows on stories from way back in the day all the way to today. I mean, we played shows at places that 3 weeks earlier were funeral parlors. We've played. I mean, we've seen it all. But we're very forward focused, doing new shows, new music, and there seems to still be an audience for us. So we love it.
And what was the inspiration for doing this new album? Because you had one that came out in 2020. right?
Yeah, well,
What made you decide to move on for another album?
well, 2020 was obviously a very clever marketing ploy to release an album 2 weeks before a pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
So that kind of hit a wall, and everyone stayed at home for a year. And then we came back out, and then a whole bunch of personal stuff went on in my life, and I took a couple of years off. And between Ian and Tim, they basically said, you can't not do this. And a lot of inspiration from outside forces like that. We sat down and we wrote a new album, and we got some great help from Graham Mabey and Sammy Marandino and Rob Arthur. These are guys who play at extraordinarily high levels, and they elevated us. Tim himself is extraordinary, and we, you know, a lot of life happened in that period of time that really inspired me to write. You know, you always want to think the next thing you write is going to be better than the last thing you wrote, and you know, there are other people who say, oh, I just wrote this great song, I don't think I'll ever write a better song. But with these guys around, they're always pushing it and saying, oh, it's great, this next one's going to be better, the next one's going to, and this album's just really great. And
Are you the only songwriter, or did you help with that as well?
Well, you know, there's
Everyone puts in. Everyone puts
there's
in.
one song on Do You Do That Too, where right before the chorus there's this chord in it that introduced the chorus. That the song was good, and then Ian came up with and injected this one chord, and I've been playing a long time, and I've never played this chord ever before.
Do you remember what chord it was?
B7.
B7.
B7. Yeah, B dominant.
B dominant, but there's like a minor thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, I've never used it before, and when I played it for Tim was like, what was that?
Oh, interesting.
But you know, Ian's known for playing outside the box and putting in bridges in a way that I don't, and it's been, you know, an evolutionary thing in a good way, and then you have Max and David really bonded together and cleaned up a lot of things that became habitual, just changed it, made it more streamlined and pocket. I just, you know, when we played 3 shows together now, and this last show was just, you know, I got in the car and I was like, wow, that's like cheating. It's so easy. So yeah, it's just been a good time, and I feel 15 years musically younger doing it.
That's
So,
wonderful.
yeah.
I'm always interested in the songwriter and his willingness to have input from others. You know, and
Well, you can talk to them about, and talk to Ian about, like, I come in with ideas and like 70% of a song, and I'm like, okay.
Sometimes Matt will even come in with just 4 chords, like just a very basic 4 chords, not even necessarily a melody yet. He's still in that working stages. And we can usually get it about 80 to 90% complete from just that idea.
isn't it something?
Because most of our best songs, in my opinion at least, started from something very small that was enough of a hook to kind of plant a seed for the remainder of the song. And we just let it grow from that. Then when it comes down to lyrics, Matt has a habit of not writing them. So
Not writing them down as he's thinking of
as
them.
he thinks of them.
Or just riffing.
Or riffing
Half
it.
sentences.
Yeah. So we'll usually get a rough idea of what Matt wants the song to be, like the direction of it. About, essentially. And then Tim will like watch him singing and begin to scribble.
Oh, isn't that something?
And begin to get some like notation
Well,
for
if you're
what he's
familiar
doing.
with the Beatles, you know, he's like Mal Evans running around with,
Oh, okay.
With the
yeah.
pen. Yeah, Mal Evans with the pen.
you
Yeah.
know,
He's Mr. Ann Klein, by the way, right?
Mr.
Oh,
Ankline.
Yeah.
man.
Yes, he is indeed, Mr. Ankline.
I saw her perform at a show, and I posted on my social media, I don't know who this woman is, and everybody joined in and said, I know her,
That's
she's
Ann.
a friend of mine.
You,
and then,
you got to know who Ann Klein is one of the 4 or 5 best guitar players hitting the stage in New York on any given occasion.
Yeah.
She is,
I know. When I met Tim, I was awestruck. I went, I lost my oxygen.
You know, when my daughter was younger, I said, you want Anne Klein to teach you how to play guitar, but you better not start lessons with her unless you're serious, because Anne Klein will kick your ass. And it's true, because Anne Klein is technically one of the most gifted players I've ever seen. And every time that she does like the John Lennon thing with Rich Pagano, every time you will watch the comments and it will say, it was an amazing night, and this woman took over the night. Who is she? Or something like that.
That was me, yeah.
And I'm telling, it's always, and I don't even have to read down. I'm like, okay, there's another 35 people who have just discovered Anne Klein.
And as fantastic as Anne's playing is, in equal part, Tim's musical sense.
Oh, yeah.
And just direction and ability. Once we actually decide, like, okay, let's do this, he's the man you want on your side, for
That's
sure.
wonderful.
When
He has a recording studio, right?
Yeah.
In Brooklyn?
Yeah, when we started working out and recording Chasing Windmills,
That's a single on your new album.
Right.
Did you release that in 2022?
yes.
Yay! I
Yeah,
got it right.
there you go. Anne was sitting with me and I was playing it. Now remember, I wrote the song. She told me I was playing it wrong.
Oh, isn't that something?
And she is musically so intimidating that I didn't argue.
For a song he wrote.
It's
Yeah.
just,
He wrote the chords.
and then she had something to do and she left, and I looked at him and I was like, she scares me. She
I think she scares him too.
probably.
They've been married a long time, too,
They
I
have.
understand.
Yeah,
That
they're a
was
happy couple.
That was a great wedding. Oh my God, that was the jam at the end. Oh, it was great.
That's
I believe
wonderful.
it.
That's
Will
wonderful.
Lee, Tabitha Fair, Sammy.
you had some
played-
Fab Four members playing.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was awesome.
I've been following that band for like 25 years.
There you go.
We met at the Bitter End. You
Yep.
came over and said hello.
Yeah. I said,
This
Rennie.
Rennie
yeah.
Pincus was a guest on my show.
Right.
And you're friends with Rennie.
I'm
Lenny.
I'm friends
Rennie.
with Rennie. I'm friends with all those guys. I got Rennie some of his earliest gigs, and now Rennie's got a huge following with
Yeah.
all the Grateful Dead stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a residency, I believe, at the Bitter End.
Yeah, the Ripple All Stars, and I think that they're playing on the 27th at the Bitter End. And every so often he has a potluck night where you bring food and you hang out. It's really great.
Do you know Rennie?
No, I don't know Rennie, but I'm sure that'll change.
Yeah,
he's good.
and he became a tour manager for the Fab Four, and now he's a booking agent. But his first booking thing was this crazy theater in like off Route 4 in Paramus or something. And I played that. I have played like every place that Rennie's
That's
done.
great. That's great.
So like I said, there are very few stages in New York that have not seen my shadow
Passed around.
Yeah, and I'm a cheap whore.
And were you involved with the whole process of this new album?
Yes.
Okay.
Think about every song. If there's a guitar played on it, it was
Would be you.
90% chance it's
You're
me.
a bassist as well. Did you play
As
the
well.
bass on the album?
No, that was mostly Graham. Pretty much all Graham, I believe.
I think was Kevin McCall.
Kevin McCall. Yeah, Kevin's another amazing bass player.
Kevin,
Long time for this one.
Yeah, Kevin is family to me. I've known Kevin for a long time. Kevin and Dana.
Dana Fuchs.
Yep, Dana she's a remarkable talent. But Kevin and I go back, 15 years, easy. My daughter was a flower girl at their wedding.
Oh, isn't that something?
Yeah, they're just terrific. Dana is still out there touring, and remarkably also got her teaching degree at the same time. So
Oh my goodness.
yep,
She's really fabulous.
she really is.
She's a lookalike to one of my yoga instructors. They could be twins.
Could be twins.
She is teaching. I think she teaches yoga.
Maybe she is your yoga.
She could be. She could be. So.
So you're thinking about, so you've released this album back in August 2024,
Mm-hmm.
but you're still working on the the promotion of it, or the good weather, waiting for the
We're
good.
so bad at promotion.
I mean, Windmills did itself pretty well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Well,
when-
that was one of the questions I wanted to
Yeah.
ask. Is that I noticed that you released a single in 2022, and then another one in 2023.
Right.
And what my question is why do you release one song and then another, and maybe another, as opposed to releasing a whole album at the same time?
It's
a good point.
It's kind of the way the market's
It's a
changing.
build-up. It's a build-up. And when you release a song or two, you whet people's palates for something more, so that when the album does finally come around, people are a little more fervorous to get to it, you know? So ideally you would release singles more frequently leading up, but just with our lives, we just spaced it out,
Okay.
did the songs as they came to us,
Oh,
you know?
okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes, a song would be like ready to master, and I like to take advantage of Greg being around because he's at the edge of retiring, and his ears are remarkable, and he likes working with Tim. They go back to Media Sound in the 70s. I think they met maybe working on a Keith Richards record or something like that. And when the two of them are talking about, like, oh, remember when we did that Neil Young record? And I'm just sitting there going, what is going on?
Who am I around right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'll show you a picture later of the wall at Sterling Sound, or you pull up. I said to him, "You're not going to believe this. Google this guy," and it
Oh,
says
Greg.
some of the albums that he has mastered, and it's like you go down, and he only has mastered the best album of this artist, the best Green Day album, the best. And
His discography of albums is its own Wikipedia page.
It-
Like its
it's-
own.
something.
yeah,
full-
it's crazy, and but it's always so funny to meet someone like that, and then you start talking to them, and you don't end up talking to them about, like, so you were there at 3 in the way you got to start was he was there at 3 in the morning. It's a story before that, but the story of how he got to be mastering and mixing is he was there at 3 in the morning, and John Lennon walked into the Hit Factory, and he was the only one there. And he said, and Lennon said, I want to record some ideas. Do you know how this crap works? And he's like, yeah, I could turn some stuff on for you. And he just ended up there at 3 in the morning and worked through the night with John Lennon. And then the next time he was there booked, he said, no, I want that guy to,
Oh, isn't that interesting?
yeah.
That's wonderful.
And yeah.
That's a ringing endorsement.
Yeah,
I'd
I
go
want,
with
I
John
want that
Lennon.
guy.
I want that guy.
I want that guy. And Jimmy Iovine was there, and he said,
Take him.
all right. And he went and got lunch.
It must be so fun for you to be part of this group, you know?
Yeah, it was
As a
quite
young
nice.
musician.
You
You're an accomplished
you
musician.
started out kind of like, he would come down to mini storage and hang out and jam.
Yeah, just hang out, play the expensive guitars that I couldn't dream of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how did the two of you meet?
We were hiding out at a party.
Yeah.
We didn't want to be.
Did
We
you
were-
start with?
we were hiding out at a party.
Did you join White Collar Crime soon after you met? Or?
No, I was really young. I was
Oh,
about
okay.
12 or 13.
Come on.
Yeah, I was a kid. I was playing
It
guitar
was a
when we
choice.
met,
It was
though.
a choice. Play guitar with him, traffic him. It was
What
great.
can you do? And we opted for the slightly more legal one. Slightly. Yeah. Slightly.
Well, Ginger, you have to understand. When I saw him playing guitar, I was like, this kid is going to be something. And then I talked to his dad, and his dad was like, I'm a drummer. I don't know anything about this crap.
Oh.
And
You didn't know.
and he was looking for an amp at the time, that Vox Nitrate.
Yep.
And
Still got it.
yeah, I know. It was a great amp.
And this was down at the
The-
storage center?
No,
Where you have?
this was at a songwriter party
Oh,
that
okay.
a mutual friend of
That's
ours.
where you all met. Okay,
Right.
fine.
This was a crazy party. Like the guy who wrote When I Was 17 was playing at
Yeah.
the time.
Oh, good heavens.
And another guy who wrote all this music for Mission Impossible. Another guy who wrote all of Billy Ocean's hits. And I played a couple of songs, so it was a very uneven experience. So I was standing in the corner, and I heard someone playing guitar, and it's like, huh? And I went
I'm
into-
going over there.
Yeah. So
that's
Tim,
it.
his dad, said, "Would you mind taking him down to one of the music stores because I don't know anything about it.
Oh, isn't that
So
interesting?
after that, Ian basically became my Israel. Hey, I bought this pedal and I don't have 15 hours like I did when I was a teenager.
Show me how it works.
Tested it,
wonderful.
take it home and play with it.
Oh, how fun.
And then I would get a guitar to take one of my valuable vintage guitars out of gigging, and I would always go out and buy vintage wiring or something, and I would give him the stuff that I'd pull out of the guitar because it was better than what was in his guitar, and he would use that, and then he'd come over to play like these guitars that you'd only see in books I had, and we'd hang out and we'd play, and
Oh, how
it was
wonderful.
about 3 weeks before he
You
was
guys known each other for a long time.
yeah, but it was 3 weeks later he was a better guitar player
About half
than I
my
was.
life. Yeah.
And
Wow, that's wonderful.
and we'd play and we'd hang out and we'd talk about like players that I grew up with who weren't the MTV or whatever generation, and I'd say, hey, you got to check this guy out, or
And
you
what
got to
really
check
caught
that
me
out.
is with his expensive guitars and his ability to loan them out to people. I had mentioned to my favorite guitar player when I was a kid was Jeff Beck, and he just was like, oh, he just pulled up a picture of Jeff Beck playing one of his
how
guitars.
wonderful.
Or
Yeah.
and I knew that Ian was different when he started saying like Sonny Landreth, and I was like, okay, this guy's got it going on in a old soul sort of way.
Okay.
Check out the guitar player from the Atlanta rhythm section.
Oh,
This
wow.
guy groups notes in fives. He doesn't do the standard stuff. And the next time that we were playing, he
pulled out a
looked
few of
he
those
looked
lists.
at he looked at me and he's like, check this, and he'd made it part of his vocabulary. And he was like, oh, if you like that guy, check this guy out. And,
that's wonderful.
You know, and
Snowballed.
Yeah, and it just
Wonderful.
snowballed. And by the time that my hand started neurologically degrading, I said to him, I'm going to need you probably in the next year or so to join the band and be my stuntman, my ghost. And it just evolved from
Yeah,
there.
and starting as a stuntman, it just kind of evolved. Like originally, I was just kind of holding down
Okay.
what Matt's hands couldn't, and just more of a sit-in member, like listening to how they run rehearsals and stuff. And then very quickly that evolved into like he realized I had a pretty good band sense
Right.
of just operating in many different genres and stuff. So he kind of handed reins over
That's
after
wonderful.
the next 2 years.
And John Bendis was the lead guitarist at the time, and John was educating both of us about a lot of different dynamics of a band.
And dynamics of the song itself,
Okay.
like musically,
and
musical dynamics.
which in the time that I was not playing stays in my head and stays in his head. And when we rebuilt the band, we kept it in mind about volume, about dynamics, about space, about silence. And not that John said this to me, but you know, it became clear that music is really shaping silence, and we've taken that approach to this album, and we've taken that approach to our live stuff,
It's
and
about as much of what you play as what you don't.
yeah,
Sheila E. said something like that too when she
Yep.
was performing
Oh,
with someone.
amazing
She
player.
filled in something too quickly.
Might have been
and-
Prince. Might have
And,
been,
and
yeah.
they called, who did that, you know, and she blamed her sister, or I don't know, whatever the story was.
Yeah.
But she paid attention to that space ever that.
you do
Yeah.
know that Sheila E. and Alejandro Escovedo are cousins.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, that's interesting. And one of the things I wanted to ask, because we're running out of time, you had an instrument that you were, or a device that you were working
Yeah.
with when you were performing. You called it an EBO.
Yeah,
Can you explain
EBO.
what that EBO?
Yeah, it's a way of mimicking a violin's bow, essentially,
Oh, okay.
on steel string instruments. And the way it's designed is it's designed so that it can vibrate one string up to the volume of being played, as if it was bowed by a violin. So it's a little hard to get used to get control over it, but
I
very
thought it
expressive.
looked like it was almost snapped in, but you were holding
I was
it.
holding it, yeah.
You were holding it
yeah.
if you're
So you have to
playing.
hold it in a certain angle, certain place, and it generates a small, very small electromagnetic field that vibrates the string enough to be
Yeah,
picked up.
We heard it. We heard
Yeah.
it. You had us fascinated in the control room.
Just a little secret magic
Where
wand.
was he holding
Right,
that?
when-
you know?
Magic
Yeah,
wand.
when we
Yeah.
played the bitter end, and it was just
The three of
with
us.
Ian and,
Oh,
and Scott. Right before it started, Scott was playing it, and I said something about, okay, now we're going to do a little magic. And people were riveted.
Yes.
They were just
The
staring.
place, the place just
Yeah.
got quiet.
Well, you
and-
should have seen us in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the place just got quiet. It was
Yeah.
really great.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, and originally it started off as more of a just something we got to play around on as a toy, and then it just found its way into the song.
Yeah,
it
it's
just
great.
found its
Scott
way in.
sent tracks back from California.
California with it.
And I was like, oh, that's so David Bowie Heroes, because if you listen to the Heroes, that's what that is.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And
Yeah, much older variation of it.
yeah, and when I heard it, I was like, oh, that's so genius.
Yeah. Well, it almost mimics the theremin.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
that just single note wave.
Yeah, that whole electrical magnetic
Yeah.
field
Wonderful.
generator. But yes,
Well, thanks a lot for. We're going to have to wrap up the show. We're running out of time,
course.
but I just really want to thank you for coming back
absolutely,
in and
absolutely,
launching us out again.
you.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Meeting you, I'm really impressed with you.
Yeah, I'm
Whoa.
impressed with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll be impressed with myself a
That's
little
right.
more one day.
We'll talk to you about cat sitting. That's when you know I trust you.
Exactly.
right.
Exactly.
Your new cat.
Yeah, that's
coming
right.
along.
Oh, I've sat them. Yeah.
He,
That's-
I know they're a little dented now.
Sure that wasn't you?
It's definitely not me. They sit on me.
On you, right? Yeah. You are the furniture.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Always
this
a pleasure.
afternoon.
Thank you.
Always
It was a
you.
pleasure. It was a pleasure.
Wonderful
Yeah.
meeting you.
Yeah.
And I look forward to your album release party coming up later on this
Absolutely.
year.
Absolutely. And
As soon as you know a date, let me know so
I
I can
will.
put it in my
Oh,
calendar.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
No
Because
missing
I missed
that
the
one.
last,
No missing that one. Yeah.
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 Well,
I had something booked when you were at Racket, and I was able to.
yeah, I
Finish
saw
that, and I
get
hustled
over.
over
Shoot
it.
right over.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
dedication.
Dedication.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the New York cold too.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
It
right.
was
cold.
Thank you for
Of
noticing.
It
course.
was cold.
It was a cold day.
It was. You notice I was wearing gloves on stage.
Yeah.
I was at the cutoffs.
Yeah,
Thanks to Ian.
that's great.
Ian covers everything.
Thanks so
On the ground.
much. I've really.
All
It
right.
was a
Fun,
pleasure.
fun.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. So thank you for joining in this afternoon's show with Ian Ackerman and Matt King. And my name is Ginger Broderick, and we will sign off and see you next week. Thank you so much for joining in this afternoon's show. Okay, great,
Lovely.
wonderful, great, fabulous, fabulous.
Clip off
I'd like to
there.
get a couple of shots. Let me.
There's already chord charts. A lot of people already know tunes, that type
Okay.
of thing. When it's originals, ideally you have the person you're playing the gig for provide you with music if they have
Excuse
it.
me, gentlemen. I'm going to ask you who starts the song, who starts playing.
Usually,
both do?
usually it's both of us or Matt starts. It's
Okay.
usually one of those two.
Okay, great.
Windmills
So,
each start.
Can my mic be muted in
yeah,
case
your
I have,
mic will be muted.
in case I have to cough?
Well, it'll
Maybe
be
I
muted.
should be in the other
don't
room.
think you cough, but yes.
I guess I'll just waft it your way.
I'm shutting the door. I need a cough drop.
There's this town in
should I wait for you?
What do you mean, wait for me?
This guy made a video that was.
Should I wait for you to get the cough drop?
Oh, no. We're ready to go.
Good. Okay, here we go, gentlemen. Have a great show in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Summer skies and lullaby.
Sorry, I screwed something up. So,
Oh, it's usually me that does that.
Yeah.
my turn this time.
Okay, well, I still have one in my pocket.
I'll give us
Alright.
a 2, 3, 4. Yeah, yeah, for this one. Yeah, so we just hit it together. Yeah.
Okay, this time for real. You're sounding good, looking good. In 3, 2, 1.
2, 3, 4.
Summer skies and lullabies. Can you hear the words I whisper in your ear? Summer skies and lullabies. Why don't you hear the words? I want you to hear? Can you take me down the open road, a place that I have never been? I don't know what you're expecting of me, but take it, please. Take it from me. Summer skies and lullabies. You ask me questions that I have never known. A smile from you, I'm higher frowning. I'm left feeling all alone. Just take me up and don't you let me down.
Hi. So sorry. I just need to. Your vocal's a lot louder, but I'm gonna adjust it in here. It was just a lot louder than the sound check, so.
Okay.
Let me just trim you down a little bit.
Sure.
Cut me down to size. Am I singing too close to the mic?
Should he pull back from the mic a little bit?
No.
Cool.
Stay right where you are.
Stay right where you are.
So, yeah.
Cool. Sounds good.
I want you to become up the way you're doing it. 5, 4, 3, 2.
2, 3, 4.
Summer skies and lullabies. Can you hear the words I whisper in your ear? Summer skies and lullabies. Why don't you hear the words I want you to hear? Can you take me down the open road, a place that I have never been? I don't know what you're expecting of me, but take it, please. Take it from me. Summer skies and lullabies. You ask me questions that I have never known. Lullabies. Can we take that again?
Can we take that one more time? Just give us the okay when we're ready.
Sorry about that.
Forgot some lyrics.
Yeah, no, I just ate them.
I ate the lyrics.
Looking good sounding.
Cool.
In 3, 2, 1.
2, 3, 4.
Summer skies and lullabies. Can you hear the words I whisper in your ear? Summer skies and lullabies. Why don't you hear the words I want you to hear? Can you take me down the open road, a place that I have never been? I don't know what you're expecting of me, but take it, please. Take it from me. skies and lullabies. You ask me questions that I have never known. Summer skies and lullabies, and I'm left feeling all alone. Pick me up and then you set me down, and I don't know which way to turn. I don't know what you're expecting of me. When will you learn? You never wait your turn. Take me up, but baby, don't you let me down, 'cause I won't know which way to turn. You take me places that I have never been. When will you learn? You never wait your turn. Summer sky and lullaby in your eyes tonight. Summer skies and lullabies in your eyes tonight. Summer skies and lullabies in your eyes tonight. Heading out from Texas on the midnight Santa Fe. You and me on a one-way track, heading for today. No plans in the making, and not much to say. Headed for that train car, and we were on our way. We were off chasing windmills, reaching for the sky. We were off chasing windmills, just to see what we could find. Morning had broken, the train swayed side to side. No one could say just how far we'd ride. Snow drifts out the window, blue skies overhead. Every now and then I'll hear all the words we'd said. We went out chasing windmills, reaching for the sky. We were off chasing windmills, just to see what we could find. at some unknown station for reasons I never guessed. You took all the dreams that drove you and you took them, all the rest. I waved out the window, I vowed to carry on. I vowed to move forward, even though you were gone. Off chasing windmills, reach for the sky. I kept on chasing windmills just to see what I could find. Now the days have come and gone, years have rushed on by. I have kept on carrying on, and I continue this ride. Rushing by, on and on. Here I am, I keep on carrying on. I keep on chasing windmills, reaching for the sky. I keep on chasing windmills, just to see what I could find. Just to see what I could find. Just to see what I could find. Just to see what I could find.
Got my dog ready.
I am driving and I wonder where I'll find you today. What face you'll be wearing, what part you gonna play. Nighttime filled with passion, daylight, it fades away. I am not indestructible. Watch what you put me through. I am not indestructible. Neither is my love for you. I always take you at your word. What else should I do? Communication breakdown. Why is this so hard for you? indestructible. Watch what you put me through. I am not indestructible. Neither is my love for you.
Keep it short.
I am not indestructible. There is my love for you. I am not indestructible. So watch what you put me through.
I know. Alexa is not going to speak to anybody but me.
Bound to make it.
What happened?
Yeah,
He
well,
came
stay
in and
where
said,
you
"Why
are.
are
I have to
these
frame
here?"
your shot, so stay where you
Get
are.
over here.
I was helping. No, apparently
Okay,
not.
so. Okay. There we go, feet.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah, that looks
Okay, good. All right.
Okay.
Should we scooch just a little
And
bit
it's
down?
on, right? Correct?
We are recording, and you are now centered.
And we're
There you
centered.
go.
Okay, that was my question. Very good. Okay, great.
There you go.
So, strike a pose. Strike a pose. I like to blow a kiss. And just kind of another.
Everyone leaning on me, that's a mistake.
Yeah, your balance.
Okay. And then let me get the two of you together.
Scooch a little bit.